President Samia and President Hichilema. We will build on the previous meetings I have had with each of them to strengthen democracy and good governance, promote peace and security, build on long-term economic growth, and strengthen our business ties. I also look forward during this visit to meet with entrepreneurs and artists and students and farmers to witness firsthand the extraordinary innovation and creativity that is occurring on this continent and inspiring the world. In particular on this trip, I intend to do work that is focused on increasing investments here on the continent and facilitating economic growth and opportunity.
Roland, first of all, we welcome her. It's my expectation that she will enjoy this short visit to Ghana. I think from here she'll be going to other Tanzania. So she's using, and we've always said we are the gateway to Africa. So consistent, you know, the U.S. government had been part of our national conversation right from the beginning. Akosombo Dam, they had to help us with it. If you recall, George Walker Bush, the who wrote, they were part of that conversation. As recent as even PDS, that became, they have always
even though we couldn't utilize all of it.
They have always been part of this national conversation. So the Ghanaian relationship with our American counterpart is one that is historical. It's one that is going to be forward, you know, there is a certain forward march relative to that conversation. So her coming is at the right time, except to say that his Ghanaian counterpart really needs to be spoken to. And I'm confident that...
Why do you behave like that? What do you mean by spoken to? What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, please,
let me.
Okay.
The point I'm making...
You mean the vice president?
Yes.
The vice president of the U.S.
Yes.
Should speak to the vice president of Ghana?
No, the president of Ghana. In their quiet conversations, you should point out to him that the numbers that he's actually superintending today are not looking good. One of the things that it should be clear to all of us by now is that, you know, the U.S. government is basically the one putting pressure on the IMF to basically agree to this bailout program with us. And one of the things that you should also know, the recent conduct of our president, reporting the Russians, the Wagner forces to the U.S. So
that was said to be a bit undiplomatic.
Of a blunder.
What is this?
President
President Mahama was visiting diplomats and complaining to them. What are you talking about?
So for the president, to openly, as it were, snitch on the Russians.
Can you imagine? No. You see, Roland, I will not accept this. How can you say the president is snitching? What are you talking about?
He did openly.
What are you talking about?
But
do you know engagement other leaders?
Kofi, calm down, Kofi.
I will not accept this.
Okay.
I will not. You have to retract what you said. But how can you say that?
But that's exactly why
you say the president snitched.
That's why he did.
I mean, that's irresponsible.
No, very responsible.
Very irresponsible.
In fact, it is the president conduct that is irresponsible.
That's all right.
The president conduct that is irresponsible.
To retract
no, that's why he did. He snitched
he
on
says
the
he should retract what
No, he snitched on the Russians.
Retract.
And the Burkina Faso.
He says he will retract.
Look, Burkina is our next door neighbor.
Look.
You don't go openly in front of the camera and begin to report the Burkina.
I'm a former diplomat. If for nothing at all, no,
you don't do anything, and
you will react to this. Please, I'll give you a time to react.
You know that is undiplomatic.
Please wrap up
before the cameras. Please, you report another country.
Please.
No, you don't do that. But you see, I am happy that the Americans are beginning to further engage. And the reason for the further engagement is that, do you know that within 20 years, right? The Chinese investment in Africa overall, by way of foreign direct investment, had moved from $430 million to almost $43 billion. So quite clearly, China is using its financial powers to more or less colonize. And the Americans, obviously, in terms of geopolitics, should be worried. And so her engagement with some African countries, I think, is welcoming. It is good for Ghana. It props up our image. And one of the things that we need to encourage is our peaceful coexistence. We need to further emphasize that. And that is why I am worried that continuously the conduct of Mr. Akufo-Addo, his appointees, the Electoral Commission,
what has that got to do with
are matters that have the tendency. They are matters that have the tendency to endanger the peace. Do you think that if there was peace, if there was no peace, you think Kamala will come to this country? No.
But who's superintending over that?
That was Pelosi.
Who's superintending over that? That is what I'm saying. That if you are taking reckless conduct decisions, then you have the tendency of endangering. Look at what the Electoral Commission is doing. When everybody is telling you that, don't do it. So, madam.
So you're saying
H.E.
Kamala is here to make sure that they bring some sanity to say that, look,
no,
we're in.
Because we are leveraging on our peace.
Okay.
The conduct of the people managing affairs today have the tendency to destroy this peace, especially the Electoral Commission.
All right.
You're giving him all the time.
I don't know.
You're giving him all the time.
You said something about a diplomatic blunder, but I have
to
say...
He said he wants to...
But I have to say, when the president met those individuals, those senators... Listen to me. Okay. It was criticized by international affairs diplomats right here in Ghana that his overtures mentioning the Wagner forces across the borders was not the right thing to do. It was categorically said to be a diplomatic gaffe.
Sir, who said that?
You know it.
Well, no.
There are a number of individuals who said that.
You said diplomatic something said that.
Key professors who teach
diplomacy. You said diplomatic something.
Yes.
Key
diplomatic experts.
Look, listen.
I'm listening.
The president met with, I think it was Secretary Blinken.
Yes.
The state Secretary of State, and they were having a discussion. Okay, and the president made commentary.
Yes.
To that effect.
Yes.
Now,
it was said that it was undiplomatic.
Undiplomatic by who?
Because we have relations with Russia and all that.
No, but the president was having a conversation with another leader about issues concerning our security
and the peace in the sub-region.
And then the issue came up. It's not about snitching. The president is thinking about our well-being. Look, Roland, we are sitting here conversating. Do you think we are sitting here by chance? Some people are putting their lives on the line. Military men are putting their lives on the line to make sure you and I can come and sit here and conversate. So the peace that we adore so much is protected. Kamala is coming here for a reason. All these leaders continue to come here because Ghana is a citadel of peace and democracy. And who's superintending over that?
When you go reporting your neighbor.
Don't sit here
when you
and
go
talk
reporting your neighbor to another person.
Thank you for coming today. And then Edwidji Tamaklo as well, legal practitioner. Thank you for coming.
Which you avoided. And you see, we have Akufo-Addo was one time foreign affairs minister. So
we have a conversation. We have a conversation about drug addiction among health professionals. Now, why